What if I told you that one simple thing could protect every single thing that you're building online? Not more followers and not more content and definitely not more hours working, and yet so many beginners completely ignore this. If social media were to disappear tomorrow, would you still be able to reach every single person who follows you? If your answer is no, then you might not actually own your audience. And today I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by this. So in today's video, I'm going to cover why social media alone is risky, that one lesson that helped me to change how I think about business, why an email list is the most valuable asset, 3 simple steps on how to start building an email list, and how to create more security and control in your business. So make sure you stay until the end because I'm going to show you the simple framework that I teach beginners who want to build and secure their own online business. So if you're meeting me for the first time, welcome. My name is Laiken and I help everyday people to learn digital skills so that they can create more options, more security, and more freedom for their lives. Today I want to share a lesson that has absolutely nothing to do with technology, but everything to do with building a successful online business. Now I want you to use your imagination and think about a farm. You don't just open a gate and hope the cattle will stay where they're supposed to stay. You build a fence, because without a fence, they're going to wander. They're going to drift away. And eventually, all your hard work is just going to disappear. That fence is what's going to protect what you've worked so hard to build. Now, you might be wondering, what does this have to do with an online business? Everything. Because most people today are building their online businesses without a fence. They're relying solely on the fact that their cattle is going to stay in one place, even if the gate is open. Yes, you're creating content daily, you're posting every single day, you're staying visible and hoping that the algorithm keeps showing your content, but here's the problem. The audience does not belong to them. The platform does. So in a minute, I'm going to show you one thing that changes this completely. But first, let's talk about why so many people feel stuck despite working so hard. Now let's go back to your farm. You've got a house where you have spent years building it up. You've painted it, you've decorated, you've taken care of it, you've invested your time and your energy into it. But one day somebody walks up to you and says, this land is no longer yours. That is exactly what relying on social media alone looks like. The platform decides who sees your content. The platform decides who gets promoted. The platform decides what changes tomorrow. We've all seen it happen. Algorithms change, reach drops, accounts get restricted, platforms come and go, and suddenly people are starting from scratch yet again. Not because they did anything wrong, but because they built on borrowed land. Right now, so many people are feeling uncertain. Jobs are changing, technology is changing, AI is taking over industries, and people are realizing that relying on one single source of income is risky. And that is exactly why learning digital skills matters. But more importantly, building something you own matters, because ownership creates stability. Ownership creates opportunity. Ownership creates peace of mind. And that is exactly where your email list comes in. An email list is not just a collection of addresses, it's a connection, a direct connection to people who chose to hear from you. No algorithm deciding who gets to hear your message, no platform deciding your reach, just you and your connection, you and your audience, and that is powerful because relationships are what builds businesses, and an email allows you to build that relationship consistently, because when someone joins your email list, they're saying, hey, I want to hear from you. And that is a complete different level of connection. Here's the part that most beginners get wrong. They think that building an email list is complicated, but let me show you a simple 3-step framework. So step 1, think back to your fence. You start collecting email addresses from people who resonate with your message. Offer a simple guide, a checklist, a resource, something that solves a problem. The goal isn't to collect 1,000 email addresses overnight. The goal is to start. Even 10 people are better than 0, because now you're creating an asset of your own. On a farm, animals need regular care, and the same is true for your business. You don't need complicated emails. You don't need perfect emails. You just need to be consistent. Share stories, share lessons, share encouragement, share what you're learning. The people who stay connected create a community, and community creates long-term businesses. This is where most people get overwhelmed. They jump from strategy to strategy, platform to platform, trend to trend, but success usually comes from simplicity. Find a proven process, follow it consistently, trust the process long enough for it to start working, because clarity beats complex every single time. Looking back at my own journey, I realized that I wasn't just building content, I was building relationships. And relationships need a home. That is exactly what your email list becomes. A place where people stay connected regardless of what happens on social media, a place where you can continue to serve them, teach them, and help them to grow, and building trust over time. So one question, if your social media accounts all disappeared tomorrow, would you still be able to contact the people who want to hear from you? If your answer is no, then today is the day that you need to start building your fence. Not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Not because social media is hard, but because ownership matters. So if you found value in this video, my friend, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future trainings. And I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and comment fence if you are ready to start building your fence today. And remember, I have a free guide linked in the description below to help you to grow and build your own online business step by step. I'm here for you every step of the way, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.